Let's tap in with Yakuzai, and let me actually check this out. Noir is behind. I don't know how to say that word, dude. I'm a fucking idiot. How do you pronounce that?
Roy.
Noir.
Noir. Okay, there we go. Noir is here with us behind the Yakuzai
GM.
account. GM, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you? We have two vibe curators here, Seve and myself.
Let's go. Love it.
We're currently in a futuristic pod within the Daos.Fun studio. We're in a booth, so this is a whole vibe.
Wait, the Daos.Fun office. Look, I've never been there, so I don't know. You know way more about the office than I do at this point. You guys, we have booths?
Yeah,
You?
there is a
It's kind of generally called a skiff. It's a soundproof box where no sound gets in or out. So we're in the middle of a huge room, but no one can hear us because we're inside this soundproof pod.
It feels like a spaceship. It's awesome.
That's crazy. Dude, I actually hosted a Daos.Fun space from one of those once at a co-working spot. That's fire. Well, thanks for joining us there. For anybody that is unfamiliar, or doesn't know a little bit of the backstory, Yakuzai, Noir and, Sevi are at the Daos.Fun office right now. They also met me and Daniel in New York, and we threw a little side event during Solana Accelerate that went way better than I expected, to be honest. It was pretty sick. And so we've hung out with these guys IRL quite a bit. Good people, good vibes. But yeah, I want to give you guys the opportunity to kind of introduce yourself to the audience.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm Noir. I'm one of the vibe curators at Yakuzai Corp. And gosh, where do I start? Do you guys want to hear more about the corp's background or our personal journeys?
Let's do a little personal, and then we'll go into more Yakuzai heavy. Sound
Okay,
good?
sure. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I am a designer. I'm an industrial designer by trade. And I guess a big pivotal moment for me was designing out of the Nike Lab studio in Tokyo. So I was living in Nakameguro, and I think for me as a designer, that experience was really life-changing. It opened up my eyes to like a whole new aesthetic. I got very into like menswear design. I was doing footwear design. So my specific role was, basically creating Nike Lab as we know it now, which is like Nike sportswear. And I would find, not only do like, custom designs, I would find designers for Nike to collaborate with. So it was sort of early training on scouting, new energy, new vibes, like just finding really cool new artists, new designers, up and coming, fashion people to just say, hey, like these people would be amazing to collaborate, on a collection with at Nike. So yeah, like I brought in Alexander Wang. We did a shoe with Comme des Garçons and Supreme and just really cool, brands like what?
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, like even, going to New York and meeting like, Shane from Hood by Air, Telfar, like meeting them at clubs, like really early on and just like seeing that these people are really talented. They are, needing like a boost from Nike would be incredible for them. So that was really my training. And then I eventually left to start my own brand. So I wanted to like create my own hieroglyphic on the wall, my own company, and I left to move to LA and then met Sevi, and we started a creative agency. We started getting into crypto back during DeFi summer, and that was just our entrance into like the wild world of trading and being crypto degens.
I'll just keep it brief. TLDR. My background is in film and technology. In LA, I was a director for a lot of the major labels: Sony, Capitol, Republic. Commercial director for Dior, Polo, editor on feature films, and so a lot of what I bring to it is that sort of training and that sort of experience working with big companies and like big music artists and stuff. Yeah, and then Noir is sort of like one of our first major launches, and now Yakuzai.
Yeah, so like Noir, just a quick history on that is, so while we were, starting our creative agency, getting into crypto, we were seeing that there wasn't a lot of great marketing around crypto, and now we know it as like vibe curating. And essentially, we were like, man, we could help a lot of these coins go hard by just creating beautiful logos, awesome videos, like bringing in the right music. So we were doing that like all during DeFi summer, and then we took some of our gains and started a futuristic wine brand. And so we started Noir, and that, idea came from like drinking bottles of champagne on, the beaches of Malibu under full moons. And we were like, we should put these in cans, and then it'd be easier to take to the beach at night. And if we design these, like, let's make them super futuristic, like something out of, Blade Runner or like an anime. And so that's where, the design comes from. So yeah, and we tokenized bottles. That was like our first token launch. And so we have been, in the world. And then we just decided like, what's the next level? Like, how can we, become like a hedge fund or be the types of people who can seek out other projects, when they're early, invest in them, get others to invest in them. And so, yeah, that's when Yakuzai was born.
Hell yeah, dude. And your backgrounds in design, fashion, film, what you guys are calling vibe curating, is very evident in like the branding and kind of, I guess branding of Yakuzai Corp. I love all of the like graphics that you guys have made. The NFTs that you guys have are freaking sick. I'm a really big fan of the way that you guys kind of design that. So hats off to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Talk a little bit about what your goal is with Yakuzai, bringing these different skill sets and vibes to different projects. Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So a lot of the aesthetic decisions for like how we're representing the hedge fund was again like very inspired by, thinking about it to like actual Yakuza, crime syndicates. And we were like, what if we were a vibe syndicate? And like the vibe word has been a strong theme throughout our lives, and then obviously like how we're approaching this project aesthetically and like philosophically. So yeah, I mean, it's really interesting right now. There's this hot term of vibe coding, and I think that it's really interesting. We think that it's a term that is could potentially like move into more of the Web 2 space, simply because it's a very interesting idea that you don't have to, have this background of coding, and like you don't have to be this technical expert to code an app or a project, and everything can be facilitated through AI. And we're big, obviously, like fans of AI, and Sevi's like all of the videos and all of the art we put out is all him creating all of the characters in AI, animating them with AI. Like we're gonna drop a really awesome video today when we start our raise. And yeah, so when we were thinking about like what we would call the ticker, we thought Vibe was great with a Y for Yakuzai. And yeah, so that is.
Yeah. The signs are everywhere right now. It's, content creators are becoming project founders, and they're empowered with AI. And so, one thing that we're really looking to do is just find those projects that are riding that wave and partner with them and work with them and release those kinds of products ourselves. And that's sort of the general thesis of what Yakuzai is about.
So you guys mentioned that, like back during DeFi summer, you were helping with like the marketing around, a lot of different tokens. Is that kind of the idea here, or am I off base in kind of assuming that, you guys will kind of offer some of these services to coins that you invest in, or is it, more just like you find that's more of like your investment strategy and that's kind of where it ends?
I think that's a really interesting point because, yeah, I think that sometimes there's really great ideas within this space, but not great, like maybe visual execution. So that would be really cool if we not only invested some treasury into, other projects' tokens, we could like help them with their media and their designs to like really send it. So that's a very cool point. I think that something that I think is really important in this space, especially is like events, parties. We were really early to Milady because we went to a Milady rave, like 2 years ago. Hi, Bao. Oh my gosh. Bao
Let
just
Bao in
walked
the
by.
spaceship. Tell him to come say hi.
He's kind of like, it's his awesome orange AI16Z hat. Yeah, so.
What a dork. No, I'm just kidding. I have a white Daos.Fun hat on, so I'm right there with him.
He's so cute. So.
You need a Daos.Fun.
Yeah, we need that. Yeah,
Store.Fun. Shameless plug. You can get them.
Yeah, so like, yeah, that's the whole thing. Like Milady, early vibes, early signals, going to that rave, was so freaking cute. And we were just like, well, the people behind this project are really smart. They're high aesthetic. They're, high vibe. We bought a bunch, when we went back to the hotel that night. So it's like, that's the kind of thing we're talking about, like really early, and then like going to a Milady party in Miami during Art Basel 2.5 years ago, and small get together of Miladies, and then someone walked in with a Mog shirt. That was the first time I'd seen the Tigger Mog, and that person just chilled his Mog, and it was like, yeah, aped into that. So it's like trusting the signals, trusting the vibes, like that's really important, and that's something we really want to do with Yakuzai is like, we're wanting people to discover it really organically. That was even like the party in New York. It's like, wow, I just want people to like walk into this and and see this for the first time and get intrigued, and do their own research and like, yeah, get in early and vibe with this. We have a whole plan for the rollout of this. I mean, I think we're gonna probably start our raise today. We were waiting for the new moon, to be honest. Like we trade under the moons. We harvest our grapes for our wine under a full moon. It's very, cosmic and important to us. So this, we knew that this week was going to be like a great week in the market, because of, a lot of different factors, but also, the lunar cycle and like, the placement of Jupiter yesterday. It's a very lucky week. So good time to launch.
I'm an asparagus. No, I'm just kidding, dude. That's really, that's actually really sick. I think that's a good idea. And I don't know how you predicted the market to do this well when there's an impending World War III. I guess peace agreement. I don't know. Maybe you guys had alpha on the peace agreement. Was that an event too?
It's literally all astrology, like I think more people should read their like horoscopes, and read the charts like at the start of every month, because at the start of this month, I just saw like, yeah, this was going to be a really lucky week, the 24th and 25th. And,
We've had it marked on the calendar for a long time, but we was like, how is this going to come about? And sure enough,
yeah, it did. And then like today was really awesome. We saw that like the NFT, we made an NFT collection for, people to get in early. We're trying to divide up the rounds. We're raising 333 Soul, and we were thinking like, how do we split this up? Like a third team, a third VIP, a third for general whitelist. And we're like, well, how can people get into that? So we had this idea to put out this NFT, where people could buy some, and we'll do a snapshot and they'll get aloe. So it was like, Sevi, made all those videos, each individual one, and it sold out today. So that was like very cosmic, really, really awesome. And that's sort of the artwork, that we like to play at parties, like on projectors and stuff. So, yeah, just keeping it all really cohesive.
The NFT sales was crazy because it had been like slowly churning along, and then today it just went bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I woke up and just saw like hundreds of sales on my phone. It was like shocking.
Yeah, it's great because I just listened to a voice memo from like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, we will sell this NFT out. It's because and we didn't do a ton of marketing for it. It was like all vibe marketing, like people sharing it with their friends. I think when the art is good, they feel the vibes, they got in. So congrats to you guys who got one or four. And, yeah, this will be a fun experiment because I know the Daos.Fun team. First of all, let me also just say, like, working with Daos.Fun has been amazing, and like the site as a person launching a DAO, like being on this end of it, of the UI, it's so nice. Like it's so clean. It works so well, knock on wood. And so for the NFT like snapshot, I think this might be the first time you guys have done this. So we're gonna be here at the office all week to make sure this all goes really smooth.
Hell yeah, yeah. First time in a little bit. It's been a couple months since we used the NFT snapshot, but super glad to hear that the interface is wonderful, and shouts out to anyone else in the audience thinking about wanting to start a DAO.
Yes, you should do it. I mean, we'll probably do a DAO for Noir. You know, I really loved the drink DAO that just launched. That was really cool. Proof of drink. That was sweet. And that's, you know, for us, we have this brand, we have so many projects and ideas and like things we're coding behind the scenes. Sometimes you're like, wow, how do I get funding for this? Like we've never wanted traditional VC support, and we've talked to VCs in the past, and between us, we've always been like, man, we have to keep this in crypto. So, this DAO is just like the perfect way to do that. And it's really fun. And yeah, you should go for it.
Hell yeah. Yeah. If you, appreciate all the kind words. If you guys want to start a DAO, DM me, Daniel, one of us, and we will get a group chat started and start the process. Yeah, I was going to ask you, why you chose to start a DAO on Daos.Fun. You kind of already answered that. If you want to go into more detail, that's cool. But if not, another question is, the race hasn't started yet. You know, the NFTs are sold out now. And so how can people get involved, if they're listening and curious or intrigued and want to be a part of Yakuzai?
Okay, so first question with the DAO, going with Daos.Fun. So that is all, we're big like fans of like network alchemy is what we call it, which is like the magic of a network of people, and also like obviously like tech networks. But like the network alchemy for us in this case was like going to events, going to parties. We've been sponsoring like crypto events since Bitcoin Miami like 2 years ago. So it's like we've done everything from like massive events with Bitcoin, ordinals parties, Milady raves. And we did a Solana, I think it was right before Solana Accelerate. There was a party called Solana Across America, and there was different like events at different cities around the US leading up to Solana Accelerate. So there was one in San Francisco. Sevi and I came and we brought Noir. So we were like contacted Tony from Griffin AI, who was putting on the event. We're like, we'd love to like bring our, you know, sparkling rosé for your party. And then at that party, there was like a very cool duo. These two cool guys, and they're drinking our cans, like loving it. And I was like, oh, are you guys enjoying it? And it ended up being, Alex from Daos.Fun and Dennis, who is, a friend of Daos.Fun, who was dressed so cool. And honestly, his fit is what really attracted me to him. I was like, where did you, like, what are those? And he's super into fashion and sportswear. So we were talking forever. Anyway, they're like, oh, we work with Daos.Fun. So that was crazy
Alex?
because
What was he wearing?
Alex was in just like cool, you know, Gorp core tech ACG vibes. Dennis was in like a vintage Jordan jacket, kind of baggy jeans, and like I think like some Supreme collab sneakers. He looked great.
Yeah,
I actually thought it was,
Dennis is the
yeah, he's so cool. So then, and we had known about Daos.Fun because a friend of ours, a while back, you know, lives in SF, and he's a founder as well. And one night was like, you know, Shaw's coming over, like Shaw, Bao, Meow, a bunch of people are coming. And, we were out of town, so we couldn't meet up. But I had, from that moment, been like, oh, who's Bao? And have been following Daos.Fun, you know, probably since you guys launched. I mean, definitely we have, you know, we aped into AI16Z when it launched. So we've been following. And then it just happened very fast. After meeting them, they're like, well, let's start. You guys want to do a DAO? Let's go. And we pitched our concept to them. We pitched Yakuzai to all you guys. And now here we are about a month later.
Hell yeah. I'd love to hear the backstory. It's a good thing you didn't meet me, first, cause you would have been like, that dude's fashion is way off, bro. Why is he wearing a black t-shirt?
You're cool, Roy. I met you in New York. You got the vibes.
But Alex is up here. What's up, Alex?
What up, Roy? I was at that event with Nar, and I have to confess, it was one of the best events I've ever been to, just because I met her and because I kept drinking the wine, and it's so good. It's
Dude, it
so
is
good.
good. It's banging, dude. I'm not even a wine guy, but I got to try it, and holy shit, it was very good.
Yes, it was it turned from a night of networking with crypto people to a night where you have to learn to keep your composure even when you're drunk, right?
Totally.
Those nights usually are the best and lead to the coolest cooks, though. Not gonna lie.
100%. Literally.
Yes.
Yeah, our
Oh
wine
yeah.
is euphoric. It really brings people together.
It's euphoric. Our winemaker too, when we met him, we were like, we want to do this wine with you. We want to accept crypto for it. We'll pay you in crypto. So we actually onboarded him to Bitcoin, and he's this world winning winemaker in Santa Barbara. And he was like, let's fucking go, So, and we were like, when we make it, let's harvest it under the full moon and let's make it euphoric. So when you drink it, you just want to party. You want to dance. You want to go night swimming. And honestly, that is what it gives. So yeah, actually, Alex, we brought 2 cases. I forgot to tell you. So our plan was to have a party here at the office at some point after maybe after we
Let's
close the raise.
let's do it. Let's do it. I'm in. You
Yay!
know I'm 100% in. You want to party at the Daos.Fun office? You got it. Everybody here is invited. So
Love
just
it.
drop a DM.
Let's fucking go.
I wanna come.
Come.
Get on a plane.
Roy, just
Alex.
send me a DM. I'll make it happen.
Alright, dude. Yeah. I thought you were leaving. I thought you were going out
No,
of okay.
I'm staying a little bit more. The Daos.Fun office, it's so amazing. It's huge. People have no idea it's so big until they actually come for the first time. They're like, wow.
It's huge.
It's the spot. It's got the energy.
Yo, while I have you up here and we're talking Daos.Fun office, if anybody wants to come check it out that is in the space, in San Francisco, in the area, how would they maybe do that?
They could reach out to Bao, they could reach out to me, and we could set it up. There's a lot of creators, like founders. Sometimes they come here, they work, for a little bit, 2-3 hours, they chill, they get to meet other founders. It's a very nice space.
I can't wait to see it. I've seen pictures. It looks really cool, but, yeah, I'm excited. Heck yeah. So if you're in San Francisco or will be, hit up Bao, hit up Alex, drop by, have fun, co-work, do all the things. Yeah, Noor and, Sevi. Anything else that we want to touch on surrounding Yakuzai? I don't think we really got too deep into the how do people get involved. So let's go there.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. So, gosh, General's essentially sold out. So right now we are inviting our VIP friends. We wanted to keep it really kind of people we've met in real life, or done late night business with, so we're offering them some aloe. We'll see if they come in. And if they don't, we'll have some space and maybe we could, pitch us on why you'd be a great VIP, how you could bring, high vibes to our fund. And yeah, just DM us on Yakuzai's X. That would be great. But I think that we will probably be fully allocated. Yeah. So I think that's what they could do, is just, come up with awesome projects. That's the thing. Bring something to us. We want to be pitched, we want to be pitched on new coin ideas. We want to be pitched on new product ideas. We want to get in early and support. We have some ideas cooking. So yeah, just stay in the network and, we'll probably do we were even thinking of like doing an event this summer in San Francisco. Come to that, just meet us in real life.
IRL is alpha is something that Web3 creators like to say. IRL is alpha. And I do agree. You can cook a lot harder when you're in person. So, but do you guys have like a Telegram or a Discord people can join if they want to just kind of join the community, scope it out? I'm sure some people that might not get in the raise want to still join the DAO after the token goes live. So, show your Telegram.
Telegram is Yakuzai Corp. So it's YAKUZAI Corp, CORP. It's the same handle for Twitter.
The invite link in the comments.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We can pin it to the top as well. I was looking through your profile real quick, but I couldn't find it.
And you can also go to our website, yakuzai.ai. And, I think today, like, we're really excited to drop our video. It's like a 30-second sort of overview of who we are and, our whole, like, thesis. It's fucking cool. And we'll probably drop it, like, right when we start the raise later today. And then, just can't wait to launch this token.
We're excited. You guys are a fantastic group of DAO managers, and so we're very excited to have you. There was something else I wanted to say. Fuck, I forget. My bad.
I'll
Sorry.
also say this with the token is like we want it to be, something that, how would you say, Sevi? Like, could even be used in app.
We want to find actual utility for this VYBE token. I spend a lot of time on AI platforms cooking, and everything is based on these tokens that you have to buy. Like when you run out of tokens,
credits,
you got to get more credits. I guess that's the better way to put it. But wouldn't it be amazing if that was actually stuff that you could connect a wallet and spend for, your AI generations?
Yeah.
We see that as kind of a next gen play.
Yes. So like VYBE coin powering a lot of these, our first, like to us, the blue ocean is definitely like fashion and AI. Like that's like something we're definitely exploring hard and cooking on and VYBE coding on. But like, using VYBE coin to power some of these applications that's like our goal right now.
That would be fire. I love hearing use cases for DAO tokens. Daniel, I saw you went off mute. What's up, bro?
Yeah, just super excited for you guys. And these guys have a big vision. So if you're trying to cook with them, definitely get in touch.
Yeah. Well said. Anything else before we kind of pivot to IRL films from you guys? Appreciate your time, by the way, today.
Appreciate you guys. No, I think that's, stay tuned.
Yeah, this is just the beginning. So
live? When are commitments going live? What does the rest of today look like?
Commitments will go live under this new moon. So at some point, probably like right after this space, we'll hit it.
Yeah.
Maybe at 333.
This is the window, so yeah.
we're really like about the number. Yeah, maybe at like 333 we'll hit the button.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good.
Well, everyone make sure to follow Yakuzai DAO and join the Telegram, and we're looking forward to the rest of the day with you guys.
Yeah, let's vibe.